Hey YouTube, I just wanted to share a new thing with you because all language lovers on YouTube post a lot of videos for useful links, and I wanted to share another very useful link to learn foreign languages. So sometimes when you learn a foreign language, it's very annoying with textbooks, all that stuff, because the topic is annoying and everything is boring and you don't want to learn in those books. And okay, you have a intermediate level and you want to get better, but the books you are using are very bad because you don't like them. So another way to learn foreign languages is by listening. So listening is very important to maintain your language skills and also to get better in pronunciation. I remember my English pronunciation was not so good at the beginning, but when I started to watch movies and when I first started to listen to YouTube videos, I get used to American English. I don't like I don't really like British English because I was forced to choose this accent at school. So I changed it and I changed it into, I don't know. I'm not even sure that my accent is American. I don't know, but it's more like American than British because I prefer to cop mimicking the American accent. So forgive me if sometimes I'm mispronouncing some stuff because I never lived. Actually, I never lived in an English speaking country, so I learned it on my own, watching videos and enjoying the English language. Although it's a very easy language and also very uh, well, it doesn't take a long time to get an intermediate level where you can communicate in English. So it's a very useful language, and sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. I love it because it's so useful, and I hate it because sometimes people just learn English and don't learn any other exotic language or even Italian. They will not consider learning Italian because they say Italian is one country and English is like international. But I went to Czech Republic, I went to Greece, I went to Taiwan, I went to Turkey, Tunisia. I went also to Morocco, and nobody is speaking English. They don't know English. They just maybe know some sentences to deal with tourists, but that's it. And here in Brussels, most of the people don't speak English. They just speak French. And yeah, okay, go back to the topic. I wanted to talk about podcast. Well, I didn't know how to search a podcast, and one day I bumped into the Hyonwoo Sun's channel. He's from South Korea, and I really like his what he's doing, podcasting videos about South Korea, and what else? They in Sinchon every Monday they do a talk show. So until recently I didn't listen to a talk show and I didn't know how it was. I didn't imagine it would be so great. So if you're learning English or Chinese or Korean or Japanese, one or of those languages, you can go to languagecast net. I will post the link in the description in the sidebar, and you go there and you subscribe to their podcast and listen to their podcast, and you have some cool podcasts to listen to in English and about very interesting topics like do you believe in fate or something like this. You have this for Korean, Japanese, Chinese. Let's take an example of the Korean. Okay, Korean talk show. Very good. Although I don't understand Korean right now.
여러분은 지금 랭귀지 캐스트를 듣고 계십니다. 안녕하세요. 랭귀지캐스트 최경원입니다.
안녕하세요. 사토코입니다.
설명 좀 힘들는데 그냥 이런 설명 말고 그냥 예를 들면 제가 지난 토요일에 여기 홍대 친구 만나라고 그냥 오고 싶었는데요. 그리고 토요일에 일했는데요. 그래서 퇴근하자마자 샤워 빨리 하고
근데 버스도 되게 길 막히고 근데 이 정도 가지? 그러니까 너무
It's very cool Korean, and they always have some 듣는데. I don't know what it means, but it sounds very cool. So I will learn Korean. Maybe Korean will be the next language. What Arabic I want to learn. Korean or Arabic, I will choose. I have to choose. Maybe I will choose for. I will go for Korean, and like they also have.
너무요. 해련자와
This is a Japanese talk show. If you have an intermediate level, if you just studied, let's say 2-3 years on your own every day, you should be able to understand well. I'm able to understand like 70% of what they say.
ヘラちゃんもすごく若いなんですけど、運命の出会いって信じる？
あんま信じないですね。
あんま信じない。どうして？
そういうのもともと信じないです。
だからなんか女の子と男の子がなんか付き合ったりするのは運命じゃなくてなんだと思います。それは普通。それ
なんだかわかんない
なん
けど。
だかわかんないけど。
なんだかわかんないけどなんかあるみたいな。たいって言って占いカフェに行きたいって言ってで一緒に行ったんですけど、そこから見て私も
Okay, this was for Japanese and Chinese.
汉在ひらがな韩语的有这个是我最开始学的就是这样
중국어에는 이제
네.
뭐这本书, 两本书 이런 이제 양사가 있잖아요.
네.
본다면
好 台湾和香港用的是古代汉语所以他们发音会有像韩国语一样的盘琴听起来可能和韩国话有点一样也很好学
可是我听汉语的时候我像汉语很帅
很帅谢谢
最帅
你看我帅吗
근데 가장 좋아하는 단어가 아까 근데 잠깐 저희가 계속
Yeah, you can notice a mix sometimes Korean and the target language they are focusing on in the talk show, but it's very cool. So you can listen to Korean at the same time. This is Chinese
네,
also.
안녕하세요. 랭귀지 캐스트 중국어 방송.
炖牛肉
炖牛肉
那个五花肉五花牛肉这样的非常好吃
저는 위샹茄子
아
좋아해요.
위샹茄子
네,
좋아요.
굉장히
I
좋아해요.
like.
무슨 음식 좋아하세요?
저는 개인적으로 중국 갔을 때
요팩 그거 서울사 근데 설날에
랑 뽑아가지고.
특히 왔으니까 牛肉 네, 五花牛肉五香
얘기하고
还有的时候新疆菜的馕然后还有什么
And English.
ああいう愛ができてほしいとか思わないんですか？
思います
Okay, and you also have some English talk shows, but I know you all are not learning English except some of you. You can listen to English podcast, and it's very useful to maintain and to get better in pronunciation. I will use those podcasts, and I wanted to say 정말 감사합니다 to Hyonwoo Sun. 너무 아리가또, 谢谢你. Because those talk shows are just awesome and I love them, and I will use them to get better in my languages. And when I will start Korean, I will listen to all talk shows in Korean, and it will be very cool if one day I have the opportunity. I want to go to South Korea and also participate in one of those talk shows. And of course, I want to try out to speak in Korean, but I have to study a little bit before I go to Korea to be able to speak it. So wish me luck, and Well, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.